Hey friends and family, so today we're doing a Steam sale video. We do this every year, we actually do it like 4 times a year, but we're going to be talking about the sales that you want to buy. You know, these are hidden gems, they're not the obvious ones. Everyone's going to be talking about Doom, Sonic Generations, all that stuff. You can just go to steamdb.com and filter by like the lowest prices, lowest sales, the most recent releases, all that good stuff. But I've actually gone through Steam, I've actually gone through a bunch of filters as well myself, looked down these lists, and I picked out some hidden gem games that I think maybe they were overlooked, or maybe you don't realize how good they are, and the sales are really decent, or they're freaking amazing, especially the number one, really gonna shout that boy out. But I've got 10 games, anything, I don't know, you should look at, maybe you should buy, but everyone's different, everyone's got different opinions, and everyone wants to play different things at different times. I totally get it, but hopefully we can keep the hype alive. So here we go, here's my Steam sale for summer 2020 hidden gem list. So starting out, I am gonna give you guys kind of a nuclear bomb here. Hopefully we don't get too many dislikes, but it's Fallout 76. And the thing is that there's such like drama surrounding this game that you almost don't realize how good it's actually gotten. Now, I was able to play the free weekend, and then I purchased it immediately after, and I've put in like 50 hours into the game since then, just trying to hunt cryptids and just kind of exploring the game atmospherically, just slow, steady, and very much enjoying my time with it. Yeah, there's some glitches here and there. It's not a perfect game, but it's genuinely very interesting to me, especially as someone who really loves unique online interactions, as this is an MMO light. And it's a survival game, definitely you'll feel it, and it also is a Fallout game. It's a whole lot of things, and maybe it spread itself too thin at launch, and definitely with all the bugs and glitches that were foretold, but at 50% off now, $19.99, I just think it's a really good deal. And I think it's something, maybe almost a steal, actually. And I think it's a really good time, especially if you can play with a friend. Next up, we have Mortal Kombat 11. This game is overlooked as well, but it didn't have too much drama, a little bit going forward, but 60% off and also $20. It's definitely worth looking into now. The only problem is fighting games don't have that large of a population when it comes to PC. And at the same time, when Mortal Kombat 11 launched, there was some really weird YouTube algorithmic stuff. And basically, kind of nobody knew about this. Nobody really understood what was going on with Mortal Kombat 11. And it didn't have anywhere near the hype that X did. And I loved X. I thought X's campaign, just playing for the campaign, was really cheesy and fun, even though that had horrible optimization issues at launch. But Mortal Kombat 11, from most people's reviews, it's decent, it's cool. It's just not too many people know about it. Well, hopefully that changes now with this giant, massive sale. But if there's any other fighting games that you guys want to shout out, like Skullgirls, that's also on a good sale, then yeah, leave it in the comments below too. Next up, we've got a really hidden gem, Pathologic 2, which is 58% off, so it's $14.69. So this is a open horror RPG, and I have not played it myself, but it's a game that I'm really eyeballing. Should I play number 1 or just jump into number 2? Because the reason I didn't already immediately buy number 1 was because I heard that they were remaking it sort of and then expanding it. So is Pathologic 2 also number 1? Kind of like how Left 4 Dead 2 was also number 1? I'm not really sure about that, but this looks like a very unique and interesting game, especially since, horror games are just so viral right now, but this one's a little different. It's not like a cute little mini game of sorts. It's not just running around a forest. It's like a little bit substantial. And so yeah, for $15, you're getting some actual substance and really a creepy horror as well. Next on the list, we've got Kindergarten 2. The Kindergarten was kind of a viral, meme style pixel art, kind of like almost like horrific sort of game. I mean, it's one of those games where it's like it looks really cute, but then there's actually like some disturbing poop in the background. But 50% off now for Kindergarten 2, and also you can buy a bundle for these. It's $7.49, and you can jump in, play 1 and 2, or just buy 2 if you're looking to get it as well. It's a very weird looking game. Maybe look at some gameplay if you want to. But just, if you don't know what Kindergarten is, despite the cute appearances, it actually is kind of intense. Their Steam page actually says, "Welcome to Kindergarten 2, which takes place on Tuesday after the events of Monday. You'll find yourself in a new school with new friends and new ways to get ruthlessly murdered." So that's going to be a thing. All right, so moving through the list pretty quickly here, we have a really small game. And honestly, you're not saving that much money because it's already super cheap, but it's Islanders. This is kind of a newer game. So obviously all these on this list are newer games, but it's 60% off. Yay! It's $2. So, I mean, a lot of you guys only want to spend a few bucks. There it is. If you guys want to see more very cheap games, I actually have unique lists to best $1 games and best under $5 games Go check those out. I'll link them in the comment or description. Anyways, Islanders is this very minimalistic city builder game. So instead of being a game like Banished or, you know, other titles like that, or a 4X's, it's a little kind of puzzle, little tiny puzzles, as small, as minimalistic, as cutesy and clean as you can make the genre. That's how they've kind of built it, almost like a puzzle sort of game. So Islanders, $2, 6% off. I don't know, wanted to give it a shout out. Next, we've got Sunless Skies, the Lovecraftian rogue like light. There's a little bit of distinction there. That was just the sequel of Sunless Seas. Now, I believe this one is a little bit easier to actually overcome or actually get into, and I think also the price is going to be really sexy for a lot of you guys. 60% off, $9.99. And I believe you can just jump back into this one, as well as the theme being sky-based is also pretty cool as well. So if you guys like your Lovecraftian, I know I'm starting to kind of get into it, obviously Bloodborne and stuff like that. The aesthetic is cool, but actually understanding the words and the story, I need to read some of it. I haven't read any of it, but I've just watched Color Out of Space. Kind of interesting movie. I don't know. I think I want to get into that. The H.P. Lovecraft guy. He seemed like pretty interesting person. But some of this guy is also pretty interesting too. I have heard it's very difficult. Watch out for that. But then again, for just $10, I don't know, you can jam to it. All right, guys, so we definitely have a true hidden gem here. I'm going to shout out a game called Undead Horde. It's 60% off, so that's a really good sale, and it's $6.79. Now, this is also a twofer. If you don't like the aesthetic of this game, there is another game on a kind of similar sale called Sea Salt. I actually played that on my channel. That's 50% off, and it's $7.49. But both of these games are basically, it's like a little mini RTS kind of thing where you control a horde of creatures and you're the bad guy and you run through campaigns and you gore and slaughter people. Fun times. That's pretty much it. It's a momentous game of attrition and aggression. It's gonna be some good times. So 60% off for Undead Horde is gonna be the better sale. That's gonna be the one I really promote. But if you want a more pixel art and more darker and also Lovecraftian game, you can also play Sea Salt. And next up, I have Secret Neighbor. That's one that I really want to talk about. Kind of got a boner for deception games right now. I started with Deceit. Moving through, there's a lot of games where I think it's like Werewolf. It's like a card game. And then also you have Secret Laboratory, SCP. And obviously this game, and there's a few other like Project Winter. I really love it when there's one player or two players and it's like, they're the monster. There's a bunch of them coming out and I love them. So here's one that I do want to shout out. It's relatively new, recent as well, though. There is a second game. There is a single player game if you want to play that called Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek. So there's Secret Neighbor, which is the multiplayer, like, okay, one person's the neighbor kind of thing. Then you have Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, which is a prequel. And then now Hello Neighbor is actually more or less well and fixed. It's not as buggy as it used to be. And they're all on sale. They're all very cheap, around $5-ish or $10, under $10. So they're all worth getting into. But this one, I do want to shout out like, hey, here's a deception game, Secret Neighbor, looks really cool, let's get some players into it, and I think now's a good time to jump into this weird franchise now with the Steam sale. And now that enough time has passed that they're maybe not so buggy. Okay, in number 2, we've got Trine 4. Trine isn't a completely unknown franchise, but it's a series that really not too many people talk about. Graphically, it's really freaking fidelity. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, for a cartoon game, it just has really fantastic fantasy lighting and graphics and this aesthetic, and it's still cute and cartoon at the same time. But anyways, the main gimmick of Trine through 1 through 4 is that it's a co-op game. You can play single player and switch around, hot swap the different characters, but each character does different things, and it's basically a physics platformer that looks really gorgeous, has a fun narration, it's fun for the whole family. So pick it up, jam to it, mom, dad, son, daughter, whatever, and do the do, okay? Or you can play it alone, whatever. It's 70% off, $8.99, and obviously there's a bundle where you can buy all of them for super duper cheap. And now the number one, the one that I really want to promote, to give the shout out, is going to be a game called Mo Astray, or M.O. Astray. This is by Rayark. I have all their games on my phone. My favorite is probably Sidus 2, actually. Really enjoy their rhythm games. The soundtracks on all their games are fantastic, and they always have this level of like emotiveness to everything. Mo Astray definitely has that. Even though it looks cutesy, it actually is really grotesque and dark. There's definitely some twists and turns with the story that I've seen so far, and I'm just barely in the game. I should have continued my Let's Play because it actually got some attention. This is a game that kind of has a following, even though it's a really weird platformer. It actually, I don't know, people really like it. So 70% off. That's big, okay? That's a big fat discount. It's only $4.49. So it might look strange. It might play a little strange. It's definitely like a slower paced, and there's like a little bit of story to this like platformer puzzler. You actually take control over the brains of enemies that you jump on, and it's really dark. Like don't get me wrong, it looks cute, but it is very dark. But for such a weird game, I think under $5 is a good entry point to have you discover new like feelings that you have inside of you and have fun with the new experiences. Astray, definitely one to look out for. All right, guys, so that's it. That's my top 10 hidden gems of the Steam Summer Sale. There's some obvious ones that you could buy, like, Doom, stuff like that, Sonic Generations. And again, you can look, at SteamDB, go down the list like Titanfall 2. That's hype, right? Mark of the Ninja, Undertale, A Medieval. There's so many games that are recent or new, or, they're having record sales right now. So I'm sure everyone's doing those videos. I'm sure you guys are going to leave it in the comments below. But these were my picks that I'm shouting out for, games that I think are a little bit tasteful and interesting and unique and different, and games that maybe you wouldn't give a shot unless it was on a discount. And finally now, you can take the plunge and try them out and make those memories. So guys, hope you guys are having fun with the Steam Summer Sale. There's some really cool minigame stuff. You can get like an animated border and things like that. I got the neon pink one. And I think overall, don't spend too much, but fuck the backlog. Let's have some fun, guys. Spend some money and have a good one. Anyways, guys, much love, and I will see you in the next one.